What's going on, Washington fans? Welcome to Taking Command with Josh Taylor here on the JTFB YouTube channel. And as y'all know, I got a lot of big changes coming to the channel than my life personally. If you'd see behind the screen right now, you would see a ton of empty stuff and boxes. As a lot of y'all know, I'm moving to Austin, Texas this Wednesday coming up. So super excited about that and the big moves that come with it. This channel is about to take off. I'm telling y'all, the momentum is crazy right now. So subscribe to the channel, hit like if you enjoy what you see. But guys, the schedule was just released literally 2 minutes ago. So why not go through the schedule, talk about some of these games, kind of some storylines maybe, but just more of a quick hit through the schedule and what I'm personally looking forward to in this one. Of course, the videos are always a good time when you talk about, releasing the schedule and everything, just to build up the leaks that have been going on all day. But guys, let's take a look at it. First off, we have 3 preseason games. We face the AFC North. We have the Browns, the Ravens, and the Bengals. So good little appetizer before the season starts. It's kind of like preseason games. I went to the Panthers one last year where we saw Sam Howell for the first time. QB1, by the way. But we start week 1. This is the team that I wanted week 1. Give me the Arizona Cardinals at home, a 1 o'clock game without Kyler Murray. Possibly the Colt McCoy Bowl. September 10th, 1 o'clock kickoff. I'm going to be there. I'm flying back for that game. Absolutely going to be there. Like I said, the main thing is, will Kyler Murray be healthy enough to play? I don't know. Some people are saying yes, but me personally, I'm not kind of banking on that. Colt McCoy's banged up a little bit too, apparently, but still, if I'm a Washington fan, I'm expecting a Colt McCoy reunion back here in Washington at FedEx Field. Then we got week 2. We've got the Let Russ Cook Denver Broncos on September 17th, a 4:25 away game in Denver, which is intriguing to me because it's not too far from Austin. But still, September 17th, week 2. I like this matchup. Obviously, don't know what these new look Broncos are going to look like with Sean Payton. How well they're going to be coached. There's high standards. Last year didn't really live up to what they were expecting with Russell Wilson. He looked horrendous. But I think we're going to see a new look Denver Broncos team, especially a really good defense with Denver. Patrick Surtain, in my opinion, is the best corner in the league. They have a lot of big-time pieces. They just need to put it all together, and I think they're going to be able to do that with Sean Payton. Then we got week 3. We come back home, and we play the Buffalo Bills September 24th. That's Sunday at 1 o'clock. I mean, this is obviously a huge game. This is like a benchmark. It's a super big test early in the season. Josh Allen, he took a step back last year. What can his defense do to that offense? Can they force some turnovers for Josh Allen? This is a huge test. I got a lot of people I know going to this game, a lot of Buffalo fans I know going to this game. This is one I'm probably going to have to miss out on, but this is a big one to be at. FedEx is going to be popping. And by the way, week 1, FedEx is going to be absolutely jumping. I think we start 1-0. I don't know. I might do a prediction, a show down the road. I don't know. There's so much that changes throughout the season. But anyways, I'm telling you guys, week 3, these big games, this is where Washington looks good for some reason. We beat the Bucs over the last few years. We looked really good in that first half against the Chiefs and just kind of lost it in that second half. But I'm telling you guys, this is a huge test for Sam Howell. Pray to God he's still quarterback week 1. Nothing happens to him. This is a huge test for our offense, but also our defense and how it can really compete against a top-notch offense in the league. So big-time test week 3 with Buffalo coming to town. Then we got October 1st. We go away. This is the one where we beat the Eagles last year. It's a 1 o'clock game on a Sunday. It's not a Monday night game. That was one of the more exciting games last year. Now it's just a regular 1 o'clock kickoff game at their home. Obviously, huge expectations for them. They're favorites to win the NFC. They reload. They do so much in the offseason. It's ridiculous for a team that was already in the Super Bowl. They get DeAndre Swift. They draft an A-plus draft. Get all these high-value picks. They retain a lot of people. It didn't lose too much, but whatever they did lose, they were able to just absolutely reload. So I like having an NFC East matchup this early in the season. There's so many years in the past where it's like late in the season, like 6 straight games, NFC East games. I hate that. The COVID year and everything that happened the back end of that season was awful. I like NFC East games early in the season. Then we got just a few days later, we go from Philadelphia. We come back home, thankfully. We don't have to travel to Chicago for a Thursday night game. We play at home on Thursday night, 8:15 kickoff, October 5th, week 5. Yes, I know. God, that game last year was awful. Only thing I remember about that game is how bad Wentz looked. Defense was really good. St. Jude's had a big play at the end, but my God, that was such a boring game. Like, there is no way it can be the same thing. It was a Thursday night game for that one, too. I want to say it was either Monday night or Thursday night. The fact that they put this on Thursday night, like, it kind of just goes in par with the Thursday night games of last year. Hopefully it's a little bit better. Maybe Justin Fields takes a big leap. Maybe, our offense is popping by then. There was a weird time with our team at that spot too. B-Rob coming in and everything. But man, it was a rough game last year. Hopefully this one's a little bit better. And then we actually go to Atlanta. So we get a little 10-day break. Obviously, having a Thursday night game is good for that purpose. But still, I kind of like, by the way, I like having Chicago as that Thursday night game. I would hate for it to be Buffalo or Philadelphia or Seattle or even like Miami or the Jets or the 49ers, like a good team. I think Chicago's obviously beatable. We beat them last year. I think they're a better team this year. I think Justin Fields takes a jump. But still, I would much rather than be the Thursday night game. Like I said, we go to Atlanta, which is one I'm probably going to have to go to as well. October 15th, week 6. Of course, Taylor Heineke is going to be the big storyline here. He goes back home where he's from in Georgia. We go to Atlanta. We play them very well. It seems like every single season. We always have their number. It seems like that's like when we play one of our best games of the season. Sometimes they're super close games, by the way, too. But obviously, like I said, Taylor Heineke is going to be a storyline of this one. But the fact we get a good little rest after playing at home on a Thursday night, then we get to travel to Atlanta, which is good. We don't have like some crazy road stretch like the Giants do. They play like 7 straight or 7 out of like 9 games or road games, which is ridiculous, by the way. But still, that's them, not us. So the 15th, week 6, we go to Atlanta. Then we go to the Netherlands. We play the New York Giants October 22nd. Week 7 is our away game. Just a regular 1 o'clock kickoff on that one. Love it. I'll take it all day long because then we come back home to host the Eagles. So this is much different than we've seen in the past. Like I said, having these NFC games kind of grouped together. It's not some just crazy second half. And I've been like preaching for this for so long, like schedule people, whoever makes a schedule, get this right. Spread out these NFC East games because it was so ugly so many years in a row. We're playing like 5 straight NFC East games. So we come back home, like I said, October 29th, 1 o'clock for a week 8 game against the Eagles. So we get a good little gap in between the 2 games too, with the Giants and the Eagles. And Cowboys is a pretty good little gap as well. It's not like we're playing someone back-to-back anymore or like play like we did the Giants last year. What was it? We played them, then we had a bye week, then we played them again. Like, I hate that. So we got the Eagles at home for week 8. Week 9, we go to the New England Patriots, November 5th. I think that's a very winnable game. I think the Patriots are going to be really bad this season coming up. But once again, that is a Sunday. And then the week after, we go all the way over to Seattle, which is a big flight, by the way. November 12th, that Sunday, we have a 4:25 kickoff. I love a 4:25 kickoff, especially in Seattle. I think that's great atmosphere. Big time game. I think they're going to be just as good as they were last year. I think the Seahawks are a team that's going to be making the playoffs, and I think this is going to be a huge test for us. This starts getting around that time in the schedule where, like, hey, we have some pretty big implications in some of these games. So we go to Seattle for week 10, and then we come back home and face the Giants again, a 1 o'clock kickoff. Kind of sad we don't play the Giants at night again, because the last few games we've played them at night have been a ton of fun, especially the ones at home. But week 11, November 19th, we have the New York Giants at home. And then, of course, this is the one I'm excited to be going to. I have never been to Dallas. I've never been to Jerry's World. I've been to different parts of Texas. But like I said, me being in Austin, I got like a 3-hour drive, if that, to Dallas. I'm going to say, sorry, Mom. But look, on November 23rd, we've got some Thursday Thanksgiving football, 4:30 kickoff time. It's not the early game, which I hate. And it's not the night game either, which is awful. We have a 4:30 kickoff, which is perfect for someone driving a couple, 2-3 hours, whatever it is, to Dallas. I'm telling you guys, we always have Dallas's number on Thanksgiving, and I don't care. There's a lot of people that hate it, I know, but for me, my favorite games growing up were in the living room, and I've got half of my family Washington fans, the other half of my family Dallas fans, and we're, picking at each other. We're talking trash. We're eating good food, and we're watching Washington versus Dallas on Thanksgiving. Like, those are my favorite memories growing up. I love those games. You have the RG3 game. You have the Antonio Gibson game a few years back. We always have the number on Thanksgiving, it seems like lately. So I love it. Bring it on. I'm going to be there. We're going to have a takeover on Thanksgiving in Dallas. So that's week 12. Week 13, we get back to our regularly scheduled programming of Sunday games. We have a 1 o'clock kickoff at home against Miami. That's another one. I'm like, dang, that's a home game I really, really want to be at. Miami, you've got Tua. You've got that fast, supposed to be high-powered offense this year. We don't know what Tua is going to look like. We don't know if he's going to stay healthy. And another, once again, kind of revamped defense. Jalen Ramsey. They've got some really good young pieces on that defense. So I've got some high hopes for the Dolphins. I think it's another one that's like a sneaky, really, really good game. I think that once again, this is at a point in the season where, like, hey guys, it's week 13. These are some must-win games. Because then now you go back in the NFC. You go all the way over to LA, which is another tempting one, by the way. I didn't get to go to that stadium when I was in LA for the Rose Bowl. But week 15, December 17th, on that Sunday, we got a 4:05 kickoff against the Rams, who are supposed to be much better than last year. Last year was awful. Stafford was hurt. There's a bunch of people hurt. Cooper Kupp was in and out. Like, there's just a lot going on. This might be the final ride for a lot of those guys. Aaron Donald, Stafford, like I said, Cooper Kupp, Jalen Ramsey's already gone. So a lot going on in LA. They're either going to be really bad this year, or they're going to be back to that standard of like, hey guys, we are getting back to the playoffs. So big time implication. Week 15, NFC game. They have their division with Seattle, Arizona, and the 49ers. They've got to win some of these late games if they're going to make the playoffs. Then we got the Jets in New York on Christmas Eve, December 24th at 1 o'clock. We go back to the Netherlands because we played the Giants there. We go back to play the Jets with Aaron Rodgers, Sauce Gardner, Garrett Wilson, hopefully Breece Hall should be healthy. So super young team with a lot of talent, and then a newly acquired veteran in Aaron Rodgers, who's seen us before. Aaron Rodgers knows our defense. He saw it last year. He's seen it a couple times the last few years. Aaron Rodgers, like, we're coming. We're coming. We wanted you here a couple years ago. You didn't want to come here. It's whatever. But that is one of the ones that you add to your, I might be going to this away game. But it is Christmas Eve, which is tough, and it's going to be freezing cold. So good luck. And then at home, this is where I'm coming back home. Like, I have so many 49er fans, especially here in Virginia. I know a ton of people that are going to this game December 31st, New Year's Eve at 1 o'clock. This is, for me, like a must go to. These games are always a ton of fun with the 49ers for whatever reason. This is like the Chase Young. Maybe he has his game again, that fumble return for a touchdown. I don't know who's going to be playing quarterback at this rate. It could be Kirk Cousins. Who knows? But still, this is a ton of fun here, especially at home. It's not going to be a monsoon, hopefully, like it was that one year. But December 31st, must-win games. These last two NFC games, obviously. Week 18, back home, ending the season like we did with Sam Howell last year. Playing the Cowboys. Don't have a time yet. It's a flex one, of course. A lot of implications on that one. Being in the same division, same conference, everything. That's a flex game. So we won't get that time until like later, like we did last year. I think it took it was like a week before is when they finally announced that it was a night game. Sadly, I missed that one. There's no way I'm missing this one. Home game to end the season. I might as well just stay for like a week or something if I'm going to come for the 49ers game. So looking at it, y'all, I'm not going to be able to make any preseason games. Week 1, I'm there. I'm not going to miss out on week 1. I've been to every week 1 game the last, I want to say 5 years. The one that hurt the most was the Chargers one where Fitzpatrick went down literally first drive. And then, I mean, there was just so much that happened in that game. That was a heartbreaker. Last year was a ton of fun with the Jaguars. Got that sick video of Jahan Dotson catching that touchdown. Like, great game. Love being there. The atmosphere of week 1 is always incredible. but I expect that to be solid throughout the entire season. So week 1, I'm there. Might go to Denver. Have to see how far it is. Might go to Atlanta. Might go to LA, but I've got to come back home for the 2 last games, the 31st and that flex game for the Cowboys week 18. So let me know what y'all think. Which ones are y'all looking at on the schedule saying I can't miss out on that game? Whether you live in Virginia like me for the next week, or Maryland or the DMV, anywhere, or if you live closer to one of these away games. So it's kind of exciting being in Texas. I'm like, hey guys, man, I really wish we were playing at Houston again this year. But I'm like, man, I might be able to go to Denver. I know I'm going to Jerry's World. Like, I'm taking that over Thanksgiving. Like, sorry, Mom. I will come the week after or something. We'll celebrate. But I'm taking over Jerry's World. I don't care. I will be the most obnoxious Washington fan in the stands there. So super excited about this. I love this schedule. I think this is a really good schedule with a lot of talent, a lot of fun games, a lot of good storylines in them. So I might break that down. I don't know. I'm not much of like a predictor because there's so much that happens throughout the season. Like, what's the point of predicting a season? I don't know who's going to get hurt. I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know who's going to be good, who's going to be bad. Like, so much changes. But anyways, I don't know. I might do that. But like I said, I'm in the middle of moving, which has been crazy hectic. So I've kind of had to push back, like breaking down all the draft picks and everything like that. But I'm not done. We've got a lot going on. I might be at OTAs. I might be at training camp. I don't know. I haven't gotten really an invite yet. Kind of figuring that out now. But I was there last year, like 4 or 5 times. I did OTAs and training camp. So follow me on Twitter, y'all, at Josh Taylor FB. I'll keep y'all up to date on everything. Like I said, this channel is about to get a new revamp. It's going to look good. But guys, I have so much planned when I get to Austin, Texas. Eventually, I'm going to rent out a studio in downtown and just go all in on this, guys. I'm telling y'all, buckle up. There's so much coming. So subscribe to the channel. The last video did over 7K views already. Subscribers went up like 200 alone off just that video. So big things are happening. I appreciate y'all, and I will see y'all next time on Taking Me with Josh Taylor. Peace.